Okay. Donald Trump is issuing a black warning as the war with Iran is spiraling out of control and spreading across the region. Hezbollah has no joined the fight firing into Israel from Lebanon. Trump told the Daily Mail and others that this could last many weeks. However, when reporters asked him after Air Force on landed whether he would address the American people directly beyond people's media post on Truth Social and actually explain that is happening, Trump refused to answer. Instead, he pointed to a new stairs installed at this club, talking about how impressive it looked. It is a state a Ben Franklin's, and he kept saying, "Look how great this state is." At the same time, Trump has been posting bizarre message and claiming that ladies Gaga completely unhired. Trump did release a video where he reportedly addressed the Iran war, thought it lacked any reels. Clearly, in that video, he said something shocking and about three American service members who were killed. I had to reply it to make sure I had correctly Trump how avoided the victims draft multiple times said we found out that there were these service members who died. That just the way it is. He literally said that the way it is in the same video he
We grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
added, we are going to continue this well, we shall keep this war going. You will tell the objective at first it how about stopping uranium's enrichments. Then it shifted to talk of regimes change. But Lacy Graham's how previously pushed regimes change is no saying they don't care about regions change. Earlier, Trump tried to secure a consequence with Iran, but Iran refused. Meanwhile, Jews is erupting across the Middle East. They are also fighting between Pakistan and Afghanistan right now. At the same time, Russia invasions of Ukraine and escalating against. When you put all of this together, the world feels like as no fires. I want not the term world war, but global tensions are exploding. Following Trump attack on Iran, even through negotiations, it still appears possible. And another major development, Trump and Netanyahu reportedly interrupted and Israel's television broadcast to air message directed at Iran. Netanyahu went on Iranian TVs and Trump did not seem saying, "We have here to help you take back your country." It's hard to imagine that even Iranian who oppose the Ayatollah or the Islamic republics are fans of Netanyahu or Trump's. According to the last polls, only 27% of Americans approve of Trump attacks on Iran. In this video statement, Trump said, "As one nation, we grieves for the parents who made the ultimate sacrifice." But then he added, "Sadly, there will likely be more before it ended." That the way it is. He repeated that more service members would probably died. He also claimed combat operations will continue in full force until all objectives are achievement. We have very strong objectives. Again, what are those objectives? Here are some developments on the ground. Iranians drone strike repeatedly hit and communications warehouse at a US base in Iraq, causing secondary explosions and a large fire. There are images of plastic missiles striking the areas near Jerusalem. Violence has escalated near the US embassy in Baghdad with clashes intensifying. Footage show protest and constituting posters and security force exchanging gunfire and Molotov cocktails after demonstrations, condemning the associations of Iran supreme leaders were disappeared. There are also reports of a large areas objectives being shot down in northern Iran with the during the debris filings from the sky, the Trump administration has not provided details about what it was in Bahrain near a U.S. naval facilities that houses the Navy. The fifth flat multiple fires were seen during after a major explosions in Tehran. Reports indicate that a elementary school was previously destroyed and no hospitals appear to have been struck as well. Israel and US forces reportedly targeted the IRGC headquarters, completely destroying the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps command centers. Meanwhile, when Trump arrived at the White House, state officer reported question about the war are speaking to families fellow service members. He focused on praising the Benjamins, Franklin's states, and ignored questions about how long the war would last. Even Landry Graham has shifted his positions. Saying the goal is eliminate the threat, not change the regions. He started that after the operations and Iran will not have ballistic missiles capable of harming the US Israel's the operation regions regardless of how leads the country. LCV's massive explosions hit the ports areas of Novostex in Russia, reportedly from a Ukraine strike. It considered on one of the largest attack. There is a recent month, especially significant given the current global tension. Additional footage show gunfights between pro-Iran protesters and Iraq's security forces near the US embassy. There are also claims of drones striking US bases in Kuwait and ballistic missile hitting Jerusalem. A prominent Trump ally in the mega movement posted that the greatest sacrifice is giving one life for others, suggesting that more American troops may die in pursuit of removing what they describes as a nuclear and terrorist threat. Brett Crude has suggested 13 to 20 $82 per cent per brains bearings gas price are likely to rise. Futures market are dropping sharply. They draw the Nasdaq and SP are all down significantly. It pointed to serious economics consequence. Iran foreign ministers stated that Iran has spent two decided studying US military operation and has adapted according. He said bombings in Tehran will not weaken their ability of fight and that their decentralized defense strategy allow them to decide when and how the war end. That the last update for now. Well, we shall continue monitoring every development closely.